everybody, this is Mark here with Center for Self-Governance. We'll give you an update on some of our events that we'll be attending this month of September. So we're headed to Santa Rosa, California, September 20th for their Constitution Day event. It's being hosted by the Eagle Forum of California. So we're really honored to be invited to speak to them. Before we talk about that event, just about the Eagle Forum. The Eagle Forum was headquartered in St. Louis, Missouri, and I got an opportunity to meet 𝗫𝗠𝗥𝗫 from one of CSG's students, Helen Gelhott, just before she died. And it was just inspiring to meet a woman who was instrumental in the equal rights era for women. And it ties into what we're going to present at their event regarding Constitution Day. In particular is women who have had significant influence on the creation of our country. And one of those women was there the day the Constitution was released to the American public, on September 17th, 1787. And she personally knew Benjamin Franklin, the oldest delegates there. And just before he left the convention hall, he commented how he had noticed about the sun on the chair of the president's chair for this constitutional convention, and how artists have a hard time distinguishing whether it's a sun rising or setting in their paintings. And he said that for him, he could see that this was the sun rising on a new nation. And shortly thereafter, after they adjourned, he was being carried out, and he was approached by a young woman who he personally knew since she was a child. This was not just a bystander making a comment to a celebrity. This is somebody who personally was involved and had been mentored by Benjamin Franklin. And her question to Ben Franklin was, "What did you give us, a Honda or a Buick?" And his response was, "Well, Buick if you can keep it." Of course, you all know that I mean a monarchy or a republic if you can keep it. But the metaphor here is very important, because here's this woman who couldn't vote or hold office on Constitution Day. And yet she was being mentored by one of the most profound founding fathers of our country, Benjamin Franklin, throughout her life. And his response, "A republic if you can keep it," to a woman who couldn't vote, that he was mentoring, was very personal and had impact on her, because he was a mentor, not just a celebrity saying, "Hey, let me sign your hat" or something. And throughout the rest of her life, the remainder of her life, she became a counselor to the first president of the United States, George Washington. She's the reason why he stayed in office and ran for a second term. He's the reason you have the farewell address that warns the American people about the spirit of partisanship and avoiding it and discouraging it. She was profoundly impactful on education for women. She influenced many of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and many more. So for those of you who have taken CSG, you know which women I'm talking about. But for those of you who haven't, I'm not going to tell you, because here's my challenge to you. I want you to look it up for yourself. Who is the woman that Ben Franklin said, "It's a republic if you can keep it," on Constitution Day? So that's what we're going to be talking about at Santa Rosa, California, about the impact of women in the 21st century. And one last challenge for the mothers of America. I ask you guys all the time, when does motherhood end? And you all say never. Democrats, Republicans, it doesn't matter. Never ends. So you spend your whole life brooding over your children. I would like to encourage the women of America to begin brooding over their country. And that's the significance of Constitution Day. And so that's what I'm going to talk about. We'll give you a report after we get back, so we'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully we can inspire Californian women to brood over their state and the country, not lose hope. Because this woman, she never gave up. She never lost hope. She became a counselor to a president when she couldn't vote or hold office. And that's the secret sauce. Don't ever give up, much as I hope you never give up brooding over your country. Talk to you later.